I'm Sean McQuillan, and this is your BMB coronavirus report for Sunday, June 7th. And this is the start of the 13th week of school that we will have missed since we began following the stay-at-home order. As BMB wraps up the year, news about the twin crises impacting our nation continue to develop. Regarding coronavirus, the state announced the lowest death toll and hospitalization rate since March, with deaths falling to 35. The governor also accelerated reopening plans, allowing houses of worship in regions in Phase 2 to allow 25% of their capacity to attend services. It's only a guess, but this seems to be a favorable sign for in-person graduations to possibly be held later this summer. Regarding the protests in New York, the governor introduced a 4-point criminal justice reform plan that he hopes will resolve some of the issues behind the protests. In the meantime, protests continue across the state, including one reportedly scheduled for Merrick later today. Last Friday night, here on the BMB YouTube channel, BMB partnered with the Senior Participation in Government classes to hold MEPM's 10th annual and first ever virtual St. Baldrick's Chop Your Locks for Charity event. Shavees included Mr. Aguilera, Mr. Mazica, Mr. Walsh, Superintendent Mr. D. Tomaso, and community members Joe McDonough and Dominic Del Croce. According to Ms. Dennis, close to $30,000 have been raised to fight childhood cancer by MEPM students this year. Now, let's check in on some of our BMB reporters to see how they're wrapping up the year.
I'm Emily Yucht from Patricia Lane. So, lots of people have been asking me, Emily, what have you learned during the pandemic? Well, I sure did not learn chemistry like I signed up to learn, or I didn't sign up to learn because I didn't want to take it. But anyway, one thing I've learned is to not care as much. So, in school life, you walk around, you care about how you look. You think about everything that's going on. Everything that happens in a day, I would think about non-stop. But then quarantine made me realize that doesn't matter. I can spend my time doing whatever I want. I can rewatch the Back to the Future series 6 times in the same week, and nobody has the right to say anything about it because my life is my life and I have control over it. So if there's one thing I want to say to everybody watching, it is that your life is your life and you deserve to take control of it. You can do whatever you want, and I believe in you. From Patricia Lane, I'm Emily Yucht.
I'm Romandetto, and we're about to enter the last week of school under quarantine. A lot has changed since we've been stuck at home, some things for the better and some for the worst. We've all grown to accommodate for this shutdown. Now that we're starting to get into the different phases, hopefully we can get back to normal, with time, of course. I just hope that we get to go back to school and get back into some sort of rhythm within the upcoming school year. I understand that not everything is going to be back to normal right away, but I hope that with the right precautions and measures taken, that it could feel like some sort of normal. Something that has helped me through this quarantine are my friends and the people that I get to keep in touch with. I'm sure you've heard and understood that not seeing people in person is a lot, and it's tough. But still being able to talk to them has personally helped me stay sane during quarantine. Once again, from Wilson Avenue during the coronavirus shutdown, for BMB, I'm Romandetto.
Hello once again all. We have finally reached the final week of the school year, and boy do I feel like a new person. When it comes to this school year, I think the most important thing I learned was not to take things for granted. Most students aren't always ecstatic to go to class at 7:30 in the morning, Monday through Friday, but after experiencing this quarantine, we realized that school is so much more than just sitting at a desk and working for 40 minutes, then standing up, walking to another room, and repeating the process. It's where we interact with friends, participate in sports and events, etc. And losing those other pieces of what school is what, for me at least, makes the stay-at-home order so much worse. Looking towards the future, however, there's always a slight possibility that the world may get closer to normal midway through summer, as many places are already beginning to reopen. So that's about it from me. Thank you all for watching, and for BMB, I'm Luke Melfa. I'll see you next year.
Thanks, guys. Now, in his final weekend appearance, with his weekly commentary, here's BMB's Kyle Santagato.
So, today is my last commentary, at least from what I understand, and another big thing is that this is the last week. This upcoming week is the last week of school, of online learning, of, all the Zoom classes and all the Google Classroom assignments and Edmodo assignments that I've had to do. It's over, and summer officially starts. And that's a little scary. Now, that doesn't mean the pandemic is over, obviously, and obviously a ton of other stuff has been going on over the past few months. So, this doesn't mean that everything's going back to normal, and I don't expect things to go back to normal right away just because school is going to be out. If anything, I am worried things will get worse because now people are going to be wanting to go out more because they have no schoolwork to do, that people will want to go to the beach and stuff, even though we really shouldn't be doing that stuff yet. We should still be social distancing. But, am I happy school is over? Yes and no. Here's the thing. I don't have a ton of stuff to fill my time as of now. I'm out of work. I usually worked at a church over the summer. However, I don't know, from what I know, I don't know if we're going to be able to do that. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to get a job over the summer. Phase 2 is supposedly going to be, coming soon. And, I'm hopeful that will happen, and I'm hopeful that over time, things will gradually get back to the way they were before. And I'm not, upset that school is ending. But at the same time, I'm scared of how much time I'm going to be wasting away doing nothing. School is a very good motivator for me. I don't know if it's a motivator for a lot of other people, but it's a motivator to get stuff done, and it's a good way to get in the mindset of doing things and getting stuff done. I've always worried about going to college, and especially now with the circumstances, it's definitely weird. And it's going to be different not doing broadcasting stuff all the time, especially being the fact that I do quite a bit of it throughout the weeks, and especially during this whole situation. I'm a graphics person, and I personally love doing the graphics with all the people that we do graphics with. So it kind of makes me sad that I'm not going to be doing it as much, if at all, anymore. But look, I've been told, my teacher said, and, people have told me that, we've been doing an amazing job, and I can't say that I'm unhappy with what I've been doing. I can't say I'm disappointed in anything that's happened over the past few weeks and over the past months, actually. I'm happy with where I'm at, and, as much as I wish that it was under better circumstances that my senior year ended, I can say this is probably not ideal, but it's not an awful way to end my senior year. I think, the greatest achievements come out of the worst tragedies, if that makes sense. It's the best of people come out when the worst happens. And I think broadcasting and MEPM itself has proven that we are a community that when the worst comes to worse, we can overcome and we can be a community. And I think that we've done a great job. I'm hopeful that this summer will be filled with recuperation and positive news, and I'm hopeful that throughout the rest of the year, and when college starts up, I'll be doing the best that I can. I'm happy where I'm at. I'm happy that we're moving forward, and thanks to everybody for listening to me talk about myself and talk about what I feel. It's really nice. So, let's keep doing what we're doing, and let's keep getting the curve down, and we'll see where we go from there. Thanks. All right.
Thanks, Kyle. We're going to miss you. Before I can keep going forward, I'd like to congratulate all of the seniors who are graduating from BMB. You've all had great success at MEPM, and I hope your future treats you all well. So, that will do it for another episode of the BMB Daily Report. Be sure to subscribe to the BMB YouTube channel to get the latest on all that is going on around the district during this difficult time. To the members of our community and of our families who are struggling today, No, you're not alone. For BMB, I'm Sean McQuillan. Stay healthy, Melfa, and I'll see you on BMB next year.